It's been a long couple of weeks.
Been a few weeks since we last uploaded. Sorry, we both got kind of sick.
Very sick.
Not cupcakes.
No, but according to the doctor, it was as serious, if not more serious.
It was what was it? A sinus infection?
It was an upper respiratory infection that turned into a sinus infection.
Yeah, what she said.
Which, almost killed my mom.
Yeah, what she said.
So, standard.
So,
working from home for 2 weeks.
While we were down with the sickness, we started a new game.
Well, it wasn't sort of new. It's an old game.
We returned to the game. We had played for a while. Thanks, Ola. She's going to bite you because she doesn't like to be handled.
I know. But she's my baby. So she lets me do more than most people.
As of, I can't remember when the update was exactly. I think mid-August or so.
I don't know. There was one right after we quit playing the first time.
Yeah.
That apparently led to flying mounts.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV. Well,
A Realm
Reborn.
Which was originally just Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, and it bombed so hard that it was free to play until A Realm Reborn came around.
And now it's kind of free to play again.
A Realm Reborn is Final Fantasy XIV 2.0 because they totally had to redo everything. From what I understand, I've never played it. But okay, so there was an update around mid-August 12th or something like that. That with this update, Final Fantasy XIV went kind of free to play. Sorta. There are some caveats.
There are a lot of caveats.
Yeah. But anyway,
we base... We subscribed because of the caveats.
Yeah, we did. The base game plus the Heaven Sword expansion is free. Free to play. Yeah.
Heaven Sword?
Yes. It is up to level 60, up to the end of the Heaven Sword expansion. But the caveats I mentioned...
We can't go to level 80?
No,
what we bought?
No, if we own with the free-to-play model.
Oh.
Free-to-play can only go to, or trial, whatever they want to call it, can only go to level 60. Let's see. You have to have never subscribed with your user account. What that is like, okay, we both subscribed a while ago, like 4 or 5, whatever years ago.
You subscribed a long time ago
to Final Fantasy XI. Yes, but...
So that also counts.
It does count, because it's a Square Enix account. Square Enix accounts are kind of weird how they handle them. So, if you want to sign up for the trial, you cannot use any email account associated with a current or previous Square product. MMO product. So you have to, just go to Gmail and
or something.
Open up a new account if you want to.
That's what we did initially.
Trial players cannot make in-game macro transactions during the free trial.
There aren't microtransactions.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that makes more sense.
There are microtransactions? I didn't think that there were any.
Which is, because microtransactions, you can go to the MOG store and purchase, cosmetic update or cosmetic outfits and stuff.
Okay, to me, a microtransaction is you do it from within the game.
I don't believe
there's no way to buy anything in the game.
I don't think so. I think
you have to go online.
Which is weird, because Squaresoft loves money. Why not make the microtransactions free, or not free, but available for the free trial players, I guess is what they call them.
Or have multiple levels of subscription like Lord of the Rings Online did.
Free trial players can create only one playable character.
Per server, though.
Who cares? Because Final Fantasy XIV is different than any other MMOs where I have a character. I can be whatever class I want. I can be a paladin, I can be a bard, I can be a monk, I can be a dragoon. Just by clicking a button, I instantly turn into that class.
It's pretty cool. It is cool. We'll put a little snippet of us doing that somewhere here.
And So the only distinction between having multiple characters is the races.
You can play as different races.
That's it.
What you do.
Yeah,
And you get... Well, actually, I don't know if you got this for the trial, but I have 2 Fantasias.
No, you don't get it for the trial.
I have one for the base game, and I have one for Heaven's Sword, and Fantasia allows me to switch race if I ever wanted to.
Right. So, there are 2 level subscriptions for the game. I think one is $10.99 and one is $13.99.
Let me look real quick.
Okay. And the cheaper of the base subscriptions allows you to have one character. It is a subscription that allows you to have everything.
Okay. All right.
Microtransactions and all that stuff.
Hold on. All right.
Okay. Well, you looked it up.
It's right here. Okay. Entry level 30 days is $12.99. You get 1 character per server with a maximum of 8 characters. There are 24 servers.
I don't even know. The way they handle servers is weird.
There's a lot of servers. Okay. And then there's the standard, which we went standard.
Yep.
So at 30 days, and standard you can have 8 characters per server and a maximum of 40 characters across however many servers you want to go across.
And realms.
Okay. So for 30 days of the standard is $14.99, so an extra $2 a month. Okay. 90 days is $13.99, or 180 days, which is half a year, is $12.99. So we actually did...
Yeah, we did the 6 months.
We did the 6 months. Because we're whatever, if we put 60 hours into this game, it paid for itself as far as we're concerned, $1 an hour.
We buy brand new $60 games that just sit on our shelf for years and years and might not ever be played.
This is something that we've played before for months.
And 3 really crappy movies, that you buy just straight when they come out to Best Buy.
And then you watch them once, and then they're like...
I want my life back.
Sorry, I had a little coughing fit there.
Yep.
Hated that movie.
So, for me, the max characters per server, I don't
care about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I wanted to roll one of those Dragonborn or the bunny one, fine. Because
Fran from Final Fantasy.
My thing with Final Fantasy, I had been wanting to go back to Final Fantasy for probably about 4 months because I just wanted to play as a cat again. So I'm really happy with my Mikote.
Or if you're used to Final Fantasy 11, Mithra.
Leave me alone. I got my kitty cat. Every time I play Elder Scrolls game, I always roll a Khajiit. I'm playing as a cat. So I'm not going to switch my character class to one of the new classes. If anything, I'll roll a new one. But again, I don't want to put in the work. Because as of now, I've got a level 30 Bard, a level 30 White Mage.
Right.
Level 20-something, 14
We probably started just when we got sick, because it was something to do.
Something to do when we were feeling craptacular. We could just kind of go on autopilot and be like, whatever, I don't care.
And, like I mentioned, the level cap is 60.
80.
Well, it's 60 for the free trial accounts.
Oh, okay.
But it's 80 in the game, which, when we stopped playing, it was 50. So, yeah. Characters can obtain only a cap amount of in-game currency.
Which is dumb.
I don't know what that cap is. It doesn't...
You can't send tells. You can't initiate party invites. Which is dumb.
Yeah, you can't...
If you need help, you can't
shout,
actually ask for help.
You can't shout, yell, or tell.
Wait. I should try /shout or /yell. If I'm asking for help, I've been trying /say.
I don't know if /say it probably would.
I even tried /world like Lotro, but there's no /world.
A lot of this stuff, it's like World of Warcraft when they introduced their free-to-play. If they don't put these restrictions in place, the guild farmers, the guild sellers are just going to
they'll
overrun the server.
Oh, yeah.
It's
nice. I've only seen 2 or 3.
I've seen a couple.
And I'm like, they're not actually annoying like in other games, so I'm just like, whatever, I'm just ignoring. I'm like, I'm not even doing /block because why?
what'll probably happen is it's just like a scammer on your phone. They'll call once, and then that number will never call again. So it's not really worth.
It's not really worth the time to deal with them.
They cannot access in-game market board during the free trial. So, like the auction house, I believe.
I think that's what it is.
They cannot trade items with other players. They cannot use the MOG letter service, so they can't send mail.
Or receive. And you actually get mail from the game pretty frequently. And it's usually some pretty cool stuff.
That was us because we got the initial membership and Jacob's Awake. And we got the Heaven's Sword expansion.
And we got the toddler.
Yeah. Although he came before Final Fantasy XIV. Well, before this time. Okay. They cannot hire retainer, which a retainer is like in Final Fantasy XI.
I gotta go get my retainer, by the way. It's like toss a bunch of junk on the retainer.
It's like bazaars in Final Fantasy XI.
Or storage.
I think you can hire a retainer to do many different jobs.
Yeah.
But in Final Fantasy XI, you'll go to one of the main cities, like I think it's called Juno or Junon or something. I can't remember exactly.
Junon is Pokemon.
Junon is Final Fantasy VII. But you'll see like a whole bunch of people AFK.
Junai is Pokemon, I think.
I don't know. But they have bazaars open, so they leave their computers on 24/7 where people can shop through their stuff. And But I think retainers can do that, and they can do other things. I can't remember.
It's bugging me. I'm looking at
Free trial players can join a link show if invited, but cannot create a new link show. Link show is kind of like a guild, but not like a guild. A guild is like a free company.
It's like a group of friends, and a free company is like a guild.
Think of it like link show is Discord, but chat only, no voice. And you can be a member of up to 8 link shells.
5.
I thought it was 8.
5.
Okay. But anyway, link shell is just
it's divisible by
just
5.
Chat, in-game chat between you and a couple other friends, and then free companies are guilds or kinships if you're used to Lord of the Rings Online. Cannot create or join a free company during the trial. Ooh, that sucks.
What?
That sucks. You can't join it. Cannot join a party if invited. Or by using the Duty Finder, which is Duty Finder is like the instance finder.
So you can't even do the story quests.
Oh, that sucks.
You can't do the story quests without doing that.
Because
you can't do the instances. If you can't do the instances, you can't progress the story. Well, I guess you could do them. You would have to run to the physical location every time you want to do it, though.
Oh, wait. I said cannot. I meant can. Oops. They can join a party if invited, or by using the Duty Finder, but cannot assemble a party, and Jacob is crying.
We're going to give him 10 seconds. 10.
Okay. And finally, they cannot log into Lodestone, which is Final Fantasy's little guide, online guide, and lore.
To be continued.
To be continued. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Toddler is pacified.
For now.
I
got good night kisses.
I mean, despite all of the restrictions, I think it is worth.
It's worth checking it out.
Checking out. This is
you're
not
not going to lose anything by just checking it out for free. And if you like it, it doesn't cost that much.
No. And okay,
per se,
there are a couple nice, really, really nice things about Final Fantasy XIV that I've never really found any MMO that has, such as you have one character, and that character can be any class at all,
no matter what the race is.
No matter what the race.
And you can be every class with that one character.
Yeah, and you
never
can
seen
be
that in another game.
In the middle of the battlefield, and you can click a button and boom, my level 80 paladin, or
as long as you're not in combat.
As long as you're not in combat, right? Lyzz and I, we were doing what's called fates. They're kind of like, if you ever play
random encounters.
Guild Wars 2 has them. Yeah, they're random encounters that anybody, you don't even have to be a party, anybody can be part of. But during the fate, Lyzz died. Well, okay.
Or you died.
Or I died. Well, we just ran away from battle. We changed into our white mage, and we
run back and res the other one, and then change back.
And then change back, and we're on our way again. So that's nice. Another thing is that
the community is, at least on our server that we chose, we went with Leviathan, and the community is really nice.
I have not run into anybody who's kind of like
I saw one in chat.
Did you?
I saw one in chat. And he came over from another server, and I'm not going to name the server because I don't want to have the whole server represented by one bad egg. Mm-hmm. And he came over, and he was very antagonistic and basically the equivalent of region chat, and talking about how the server bleepity bleepity bleep. Like, I have it so that my filter, my language filter's not on because I'm like, whatever, if someone's saying crap in chat, I want to know what's actually being said. I don't care. And so he was being a complete jerk, and almost immediately there were 10 people that were just like, apparently they kind of had some history with him because some of them had gone over to his server and had had been playing there and had switched servers to Leviathan.
Yep. And
they just shut him down.
You can migrate servers if you want.
And they're like, dude, you don't need to bring that crap here. Just go. Like, we don't want it. And other than that, like, I've had it happen where Chris is unfollow on me because he's taking care of Jacob. Because of the whole household, I actually got the sickest. Like, I was just physically weak and I couldn't take care of Jacob for several days. And so Chris was doing it. And so he'd be unfollow on me and he would die. And this is before I had leveled my Conjurer / White Mage, and I'd be like, type and say, I'm at this location. Hubby is AFK taking care of toddler, and he died. Anyone willing to come and res him? And people would just come out of the woodworks.
Yeah,
and come and res him.
Very, very nice. Like,
and we've got 2 people that we've got on friends list, or 3 now that we got on friends list that we've met, and they're just like, they'll notice us running around fading with our low levels, and they'll come over with their level 80 character and be like, hey, I'll help you out for a while. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
And that's... You mentioned that, characters from other servers. It's kind of a good point. In some MMOs, when you want to do a instance and you don't have enough people...
Oh, that's right. It pulls from different
servers. Well, there are... regional servers.
I think there's 24 servers.
They're called, what is it called in this game? Data centers. And our data center, Leviathan, or our server, Leviathan, is in the Primal data center. And that has like a dozen different servers that when...
America, Japan, and Europe.
I thought it was just America. Okay. But
and
when you go into an instance... When you go in an instance, it doesn't just pull from Leviathan. It pulls from all the 12 servers or whatever, however many there are, in the Primal data center. So that is really nice. So
not just Primal.
No, not just Primal? Okay.
No, it pulled from Exodus last night, which is in a different data center.
Okay. But yeah, that is nice. I
believe. Let me check.
I have not seen that. I think actually Guild Wars does that. One of them. I can't remember which one, but...
I'll log in real quick and see if Exodus is our data center or not.
To play the game.
I do want to play the game.
Yes, I've only had one bad experience, and that was when we played Final Fantasy XIV, like years ago. I was on my Paladin, and I went into a stance where it makes Paladin stronger, and the guy's like, why are you doing that? You're a Paladin, you're a tank. I'm like, there's nothing to tank right now. It's all DPS. So I'm going to help them out.
Yeah, I've had... I've really only had one bad experience per se this time around. And that was, like, my first time healing in a dungeon.
Oh.
And, like I told Chris, I was like, I am so glad that my main on other MMOs is almost always a healer. Because I think that's the only way our group survived. Because our tank wasn't tanking.
He didn't pull aggro, which... If you know nothing about MMOs, just know that a tank is meant to be the meat shield. He's meant to be hit. He's meant to have everybody's
And your healer should not be taking damage on trash mobs.
Right, no.
And I was almost dying on every trash mob pull, and it was like, dude.
Yeah, so, and
I was heal tanking.
He was a gladiator, which is,
That's interesting.
He was a gladiator, which is a class that I'm pretty familiar with.
Discord.
And he was not using that class correctly. So.
Okay. Oh, Exodus is from ours.
Okay.
So, okay. So yeah, it is just pulling from our data center.
It's 8 servers in there.
And there are, okay, so look. North American data server. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 24 North American servers.
Get a screenshot of that.
Well, in a minute. There are 12 European data centers.
12 European servers, 2 data centers.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 31.
They get a
21.
server called Chocobo. No fair. I want a server called Chocobo.
There's 32 Japanese servers. Hang on. I thought I saw unicorn here somewhere. If I saw unicorn... Japan has a server called Unicorn. We're switching servers.
They also have a server called Pandemonium. I want to be in that server. Pandemonium.
Might be fun to roll a character on a Japanese server.
Yeah. But so, I came from...
There's a lot of servers.
I came from Final Fantasy XI, which was... Final Fantasy XI was a Japanese MMORPG.
24, 36. More than 60 servers.
There is just a difference between a Japanese MMO and an American MMO. Japanese, they're not afraid to sink time into anything.
I don't know if I got it.
Whereas American MMOs, instant gratification. So Final Fantasy XI was very much so you have to sink a bunch of time if you want to be good at anything. It did get better throughout the years, but 14 so far is more of a kind of like instant gratification, but it's not overly easy.
No, you have to actually, like, if you want to do anything beyond just questing or fading, you really do have to actually know what you're doing. Like, legit, the only reason I'm not reading the text, like, for anything, I'm pretty much skipping all the cutscenes right now, is because we've already done the gameplay thus far, and that's not saying the story is not a lot of fun. I think the story is amazingly well done.
Mm-hmm.
But for me personally, I don't have a lot of time right now to basically watch the movie that is this game, and it is beautifully done. I love the story. And play the game. Just because right now I'm teaching full-time and doing my doctorate and managing a household. The time that I have to play, I just want to play. I don't necessarily want to read the text. The classes that I'm working on leveling, I've leveled previously. Like, I had a maximum level white mage before. I had a maximum level bard before. So, like, I know how to play those classes. And the classes that I'm rolling in addition to those, it's because of the time that I've spent playing other MMOs, I understand their roles in groups. And, like, Chris has caught me playing my Thaumaturge, which will become a black mage. I'm assuming at level 30.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, why don't you have power? I'm like, because she eats power. And he's like, did you know that this skill does this? And I go, well, I know that this skill does this. And, like, I've read the skills, the quick
summary.
To him. And I'm like, but I don't know what this term, or this term mean. And Chris is like, oh, well, when you're in this stance, you're using more power. When you're in this stance, you actually get power for using skills. Oh.
Which is kind of unique.
That's unique and amazing, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun with that class now. This is my second time playing this game, and I never enjoyed that class because I never understood that. I think probably the only way I would have understood that is if I had Googled it. Because, my first time through, I read everything, and I never saw that come up for Thaumaturge as far as the power balance. One neat thing that I love with the White Mage is you have a skill that actually gives you power over time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can activate that skill every 30 seconds. You end up going through all your power every 90 seconds if you're actually having to heal a group. So as long as you put that in your rotation slot every time it cools down, you don't run out of power.
Right. So I would recommend just check it out. It's free. Might as well.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is Square Enix. I used to play Final Fantasy XI many years ago, probably about 15 years ago or so. They haven't really updated anything at all. As far as I believe it's called Mog Station, where you.
Oh, it's supposed to be Meteor.
It's called Mog Station, where you you sign up and you pay and all that stuff. Well, the site the graphics look exactly the same as they did 15 years ago.
But you know what? The cutscenes in the game still look amazing.
Okay. But signing up is kind of annoying.
Yes, it is. It's a pain in the butt. Oh.
Because my father-in-law signed up, provided his email address, and
he still hasn't been able to get it to work.
It says it sent him an email confirmation. He never got a confirmation. He tried to log in again. It says, nope, your confirmation is on the way. Never got a confirmation. So it's quite a process to get in there. But so what I recommend is use an email account that you know for sure has never had a Final Fantasy 11 or 14 account associated with it.
I would almost go as far as to say, even if that means just creating a new email just to try this out.
New account. And then make sure you check your junk mail. Make sure you check your spam mail. Because it doesn't seem like they want to do any... Like, when you tell it to send you another email, it's a crapshoot if it does.
It seems to me, though, we had to get customer service at one point in time for this. And, the customer service was amazing.
The customer service is amazing, but it's...
So, I mean, that's a plus.
It is worth it. It is worth the hassle, I would say. But it's... Square, you have to fix your setup process. You have to fix that, Like they'll ever listen to this channel, but yeah.
Maybe we'll get 1 million viewers.
Yeah. Maybe PewDiePie will pick us up or something.
Right, yeah.
Alright, so I would recommend this game wholeheartedly. It's free. Yes, it does come with some annoyances, but
it's a lot of
free.
Fun. It really is.
It is a lot of fun. So, and it's a really good community from what I've...
And being that it's an older game, it can run on, less than ideal systems.
Yeah, we're running on a laptop on max settings. We're getting 60 frames a second. That's just because we have it limited to 60 frames a second.
Look at the hair.
I don't know how much...
I'm sorry. It auto-played the introductory cutscene, so I've just been, looking at, how good it still looks. If you look at their hair and the fur on their clothing...
Oh, yeah, it does.
It still looks amazing.
Alright, so get it. I'll put all the links and everything in the description. A couple of guides that helped us out in the description.
And you're going to put some gameplay
crap,
on, aren't you?
that looks real.
I know!
Oh my god.
Until you see that they're riding a ginormous bird. That doesn't look like an emu or an ostrich or a cassowary.
It still looks real. Okay, well... Check it out.
We're going to have some gameplay in here.
We're on Leviathan server in the Primal data center.
We're in the Black Lotus
Free Company Guild, whatever.
That's the word. Kin. I wanted to say kin. Bye. Okay, now we can play?
I guess we can play.